Hey again, guys. It's Mrs. Keller again, obviously. It is time for our reading lesson, and we are going to read a very special book called Last Stop on Market Street. It's a really sweet book, and we are going to take a look at some of the characters from this book and come up with some physical traits about them, and then also some character traits, so some adjectives that describe their character or what's on the inside. Tongue twister today. I don't know what's wrong. All right, so let's go ahead and share my screen. First, let me show you what page we're going to be on. Okay, this will be the first page of our reading today. Character trait CJ is the first page. He's our first character we'll be looking at. We will do one character together, and then the others I will have you try on your own. Okay, there we go. All right. I had it all ready to go, and the internet's being weird now. So here we go. Now it's all quiet.
CJ pushed through the church door, slid down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom.
Here we go.
And also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt.
So here's CJ.
He walked under the little umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the flood to know this way? Trees get thirsty too," CJ told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking from the straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield under the bus car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and went off to the car. "Now, how come you don't got a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire. And old Mr. Dennis is always trying to trick me." The bus creaked to a stop in front of him. It sighed and sagged, and the door swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear, placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. A man across the way was playing a guitar. An old woman with curls on her tongue and jaw. Nana gave everyone a great big smile. And, "Good afternoon." She made sure CJ was the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she did. "How come we always gotta go out to church?" CJ asked. "Miguel and Chloe never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet over for the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window in the dark at the sky. He watched cars zip by on either side, watched a little boy hop forward on bike. A man climbed aboard the tight doll. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nanny told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact. And those too," the man said, sniffing at the air. "That's a mighty fine perfume you wear today, man." Nana squeezed the man's cheek and laughed at each other. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana sat down on her knee. What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song? CJ didn't have to. The guitar player already up his street and viewed the thing. The feel the magical music. The blind man whispered. I like to close my eyes. Nana closed hers too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the ribbon lifted CJ out of the forest, out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over the crashing waves, floating up, rising to the sky. Saw the old woman firefly, fiercely free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, but the sound gave him fear. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it and the man asked, last stop on Market Street, Mr. Williams called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus.
I'm always in the way.
Rolling sidewalks and broken down doors. Graffiti tagged windows and boarded up doors. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes we are surrounded by dirt, CJ. You're a better witness of what's beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arcing over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beauty wherever he never even thought to look. He looked all around him again. The bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the beauty, he said, I'm glad he came. He thought his Nana might laugh, her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and said, me too, CJ. Now, come on.
All right. So that's Last Stop on Market Street. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a very sweet book. Let's go ahead and take a look at our character traits. Now, it might benefit you to look at the page before. I attached the same page that we used yesterday, giving suggestions for synonyms of common adjectives. So instead of nice, instead of mean, instead of sad. TJ, I would say, his physical traits, well, he's small because he's a young boy. So I might write, I noticed that he's small. I noticed that he looks healthy. Let's think about some character traits. CJ didn't always have attitude in this story, did he? He was always jealous of what other people had and didn't notice what awesome stuff was right in front of him or in his own life. So let's see if we can find a word like jealous. Maybe under angry or sad. Maybe something like thoughtless or insensitive. Maybe something like moody Maybe something like, uh-oh. Impatient. He was impatient because they went to work at the soup kitchen and they couldn't go straight home. They had to ride the bus to get there. So I think that would be a good one to describe CJ. He was impatient. Almost the whole book he was. I would say maybe similar to jealous. He was distractible. He kept getting distracted by the things other people had and the things that he didn't have. So you can find yourself a good word for that, or you can just write jealous, or you can just write thoughtless or immature. I'm going to go ahead and write jealous. He's pretty jealous, pretty thoughtless. How would you describe the character CJ? Well, thinking about how he's small, he's a child, he's impatient, he's jealous. Whoa, I'm losing my camera, sorry. I might say CJ notices what others have, but not all that he has. That's how I would describe CJ. It's really easy to be a character like CJ in real life. You maybe see a kid who has a school box that you think is really pretty and you wish that you had that school box. And my school box is just so plain. Or I like that kid's shoes. They light up and they're Jordans and they're really fancy and expensive and cool. Okay, it's really easy to become envious or jealous of things that other people have. However, we almost always are missing something in our own lives that somebody else wished that they had. So for example, especially with this year and everything, it's been so, negative emotions and feelings and events going on. It can be easy to get, down in the dumps and think that you don't have a lot. And it's hard to see what you have right in front of you. So especially during this, quarantine when I wasn't able to see my students and I can't see you guys this week either. And that's to keep you safe. I'd get down in the dumps because I couldn't see my students in person and I had to work at home. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, there are people out there right now who just lost their jobs and they really wish that they had a job. And I have a job and I'm sitting here being sad about myself because I don't get to work in person. That's not very fair. I need to be thankful for the fact that I do have a job. Thinking about how, you can't go and hang out with your friends like you used to, go see a movie, go to the park maybe. And then I started thinking about, maybe I can't hang out with my friends as much as I used to, but you know what I do have? I have a husband and a little puppy dog that love me. And then I'm so just lucky to have a family in my life. There's people there who are all alone and they don't get to see anybody or hug anybody or, high five anybody, things like that. They don't have anybody in their bubble. I need to be thankful for what I have. You can even start thinking about, I'm not as fast a runner so-and-so in gym class. So-and-so always wins all the races and I'm never gonna win. Maybe think about how you have a healthy body. When my body's healthy, I should be thankful for that. There's kids out there that can't run. There's kids out there that can't even walk. I should be thankful that I have a body that lets me run, that lets me walk. So just like Nana in the story, try to see the good in your situation. No matter what's going on, you can always find something to be thankful for. Think about that gratitude journal we did in November. Focusing on something that we're thankful for and something that we're lucky to have in our lives. Okay, no matter how bad it gets, we always have something to be thankful for. All right, so CJ was having a hard time seeing that good in his life. This is where you're going to find some evidence inferring character traits. How do we know that CJ was impatient and jealous? What you're going to do on this page is just like what we did yesterday. You're going to rewind whatever the kids are calling on the YouTubes. You're going to go back to the beginning of this video and listen to the story again. You're going to have this paper out in front of you. When CJ says something that shows you that he is impatient, which means he has a hard time waiting, you're going to write that quote or what he says down here. When you hear CJ say or do something that shows you that he's jealous, that he wants something that someone else has that he doesn't have, you're going to write down what he says here or what he does here. And then show, how does CJ change in the story? He doesn't come right out and say, I changed my mind, Grandma. Nana, I actually have a really good life, and so why? But he does say something at the end. He says, I'm glad that we came. What was he glad? Why was he glad that they went to this the soup kitchen? Like, why did he feel that way? What changed in him? What happened that made him think, oh, actually, my life's pretty great. I like doing this after church. So you're going to either draw or write how CJ changed from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. How did his attitude or his character traits change? Okay. All right, and then the last page here. Why or how do characters change? Things can happen to us as people or characters in books that cause them to change. What is something that happened, something CJ saw, or something CJ heard? Maybe something Nana said, maybe something that the guitarist played, maybe some friends of his that wear new hats or sunglasses. I don't know. Something that happened, something that someone said, or something that CJ heard or saw. What is it? One of the events that caused him to change his attitude. So there should be up to 3 things that happen in this story, Last Stop on Market Street, that can help you determine that. I have 2 boxes here. What you can do is you can write the words in the box below and then draw a picture in the little picture frame looking design. So, all right, I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope that you, just like me, learn to be more thankful for what you have and not jealous about what you don't have. So that's kind of the message I want to leave you with today. So I'm talking to you, Ryan, Shijazu, Manish, Sohan, Carter, Lexi, Vikash, Robert, Corinne, Nilima, Garrick, Garrett, Landon, Kent, Dristy, Emily, Lydia, Silas, Corbin, Jalea, Shatice. I want you to be thankful for what you have. Think about, even if it's just one thing that you have in your life. It could be a stuffed animal. It could be a pair of socks. It could be anything. It could be mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, a pet. Think of something that you're just glad to have. It could be the fact that you have a healthy body. Think of something that you are thankful for and just hold on to that. Okay? So I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be fun. We have a bit of social studies that we're going to be talking about, ways that different places around the world celebrated 2020 ending and 2021 beginning. So New Year's Day celebrations and how they're different, especially in the strange year that we've had, how things maybe looked different than they have in the past. So, all right, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.